everybody. It is a beautiful night here in Virginia. I just got home, hopped out of the car, came over here because it's Friday, time to relax for the weekend. But first, I got to do Ted's test. Something a little bit different for you this weekend. We're going to be doing close quarters drills. Close quarters drills means I'm up very close to the threat and I don't have much time to mess around. So we're going to talk about the parts of the body that I'm going to attack, and I'm going to show you two different styles in which to engage the threat. So let's go over a quick anatomy refresher along with the intended effects of each of my attacks. First of all, as you may know, we have the pelvic girdle, okay? It's pretty much the area from the belt line, midway of the thighs, all right? You can tell this if they're all heavily geared or it's winter time because it's where their wrists are gonna hang or where their pockets are, or even aiming at their belt buckle. Pretty much the mobility center. It's like a Jenga tower. Take a couple pieces out with 2 or 3 shots and the tower falls. Stop the threat as soon as possible. You got to remember that you're the good guy in this situation, so you're already behind the curve. It's easy for a regular bar fight to turn deadly. A few shots in this area will definitely slow him down at the very least, give you time to get away and rethink his target of opportunity. The second part of the anatomy we're going to go over is that upper thoracic area. All right, not limited to the A box, but the A box is a good indicator. You have the heart, you have the lungs, you have the rib cage, all the pneumatics to keep oxygen moving through our body. Third, and not least, we have the brain. More specifically, the T box. I'm going to aim for that T box and drive the bullet into the epicenter of his nervous system, shutting him off like a light switch. So let me take you through 2 different ways to do that. So here we have an IPSC target depicting what I think is a pretty reasonable height for an average American male. Somewhere between 5'6" and 6 foot tall. Standing next to the average American Ted, standing at about 5'1" with my shoes on.
A threat has presented itself in close proximity. Pistol drill number 1. Using support hand, block head, neck, and face from blunt force trauma, slashing, stabbing, simultaneously clearing cover garment. Begin extraction of pistol. Index forearm slightly below rib cage, parallel to marching surface, to mitigate recoil. Tilt pistol approximately 22 degrees to allow for reciprocation of slide without stoppage or malfunction. Fire 2 to 3 rounds into pelvic girdle to neutralize mobilization of attacker. If possible, create angular distance while indexing pistol with both hands. Modified number 3 position. Lock elbows into ribs to allow for recoil mitigation, enhancing natural point of aim, as well as enough distance for the slide to reciprocate without stoppage or malfunction. Fire 2 to 5 rounds into torso, preferably upper thoracic, inducing cardiac and respiratory distress. Create angular distance while coming to full presentation of pistol for one final precise shot to center of brainstem, effectively ending confrontation. Begin real-time demonstration. Modified form.
If you're able to keep your wits about you, it's pretty easy to be precise. Both shots on all 3 reps are pretty tight, and all the headshots are where they need to be. But let's be honest, if the person has a knife on you, it's probably not going to work out, no matter how fast you are. So at the very least, if you get that one hand up, you may be able to just take a slash to your arm and complete that one-handed style. Now let's see what the zip up looks like.
A threat has presented itself in close proximity. Pistol drill number 2. Clear cover garment while creating angular distance from threat. Extract pistol. Obtain acceptable purchase to allow for recoil mitigation under rapid fire. Simultaneously creating distance between you and threat. Continuously firing from pelvic girdle to face along spinal column, destroying all psychological and biological function of attacker. Real-time demonstration.
Definitely started off with an eye poke. Boop. So as you can see, although the rounds all impacted where they needed to be, right up the spinal column, they're a little bit less precise in their placement. Regardless, just like any other shooting technique, it's going to require time and patience. I suggest you start off very slowly because it's kind of a dangerous technique. It's a lot going on all at once, so make sure you start off slow. Don't worry about your time, worry about the mechanics, and then build up your speed. And you're going to need quick tactics, especially at this close range. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them. I appreciate your time. I hope you get to try this drill out. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it makes you a better shooter. Trust the process, and you'll see some progress. Thanks for checking it out.